Hey, it's your boy Lock Zero, and I'm here with...
It's your main man Rev. How's it going, guys?
Yeah, we are here to bring you the latest and the greatest in the One Piece verse.
Yeah, we got chapter 1034 on deck.
Mm-hmm.
We got that fresh, hot pirate action right off the presses. I'm ready to go with it.
Yeah,
and of course, we gotta, as always, let you guys know, please hit that like and subscribe button.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to drop a comment if you guys are feeling frisky.
Yeah,
we would love it.
Also, check out our social media links as listed below. And with that being said, let us get into the chapter. Oh, one more thing I want to mention. There are timestamps. So if you want to jump around in the video, there's a particular thing you're interested in, discussion, recap, whatever, they're there. So make it easier for you, the viewer, to peruse at your leisure.
Yes, enjoy. We have all the hot tech coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And we're blessing you guys with that because we love you.
Yeah. So with that being said, let us get into the chapter. Chapter 1034, Sanji versus Queen. And we start off with the cover art of Usopp sniping at a carnival for some children. Just casually hitting those targets, winning them a year of free juice. What kind of juice? I don't know. What's your preferred juice? That would be the hot comment to drop in today. I love apple juice and orange juice.
I was gonna say the correct answer is orange juice, but anybody who wants different juice, let me know. Maybe there's some like pineapple juice lovers out there.
If you like grapefruit juice, get away from our video. Nah, just kidding. You can like whatever you want.
There's a pretty cool cover. I liked it. But then we'll go right into the chapter. And we're in the pleasure hall, and we see some the geishas gathered by, and this is where we started with their queen Sanji fight too. So that makes sense. And one of the geishas, Osame, is looking for someone named Chuji, we find out. And this is random as heck during the battle, but this is what we get. And we also get a flash, and we're back to Momonosuke. He is outside. He's changed his strategy up a little bit. He's realizing he can't generate flame clouds. He doesn't know how. He doesn't have enough experience. So what he's going to do is pull the clouds that Kaido has already generated and try and stop Onigashima from crashing into the capital. He's going to put his life on the line to do it.
Yes. And we see a little panel, Kaido's forces trying to leave, the samurai holding the line, stopping them. And then we get to the meat of the chapter, which is Queen versus Sanji. And Queen is just whipping out Germa techniques, left and right, sparking Queen, Henry Queen, all that
Henry
stuff.
Blazer. Oh yeah. They're just ripping off all of Germa's. They're gonna sue him for copyright infringement. Is what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
But he's using all the techniques and mocking Sanji about this. He said he was waiting to do this all the time. He wanted to put one over on Judge. It was like a battle of scientists versus scientists. Mm-hmm. And, Sanji doesn't give a crap. After he's getting tossed around, he just breaks Queen's robotic arm, which is crazy impressive. Gotta stop and admire that. No one has been able to do that so far.
Yeah, that panel was dope, though, when he was swinging him around with the winch, just smashing him through the walls in a circle.
The 360,
that was a really great drawn panel. But yeah, so like you said, Sanji breaks Queen's hand, and so he's disabled one of his Dr. Octopus claw mechanisms, and then Sanji and Queen both disappear. Queen using stealth black technique, and Sanji disappearing with speed. And Queen is just kind of deliberating, like, oh, this isn't effective. You're gonna run out of stamina, whereas I can be invisible as long as I need to be. But not really an issue for Sanji, I guess. Osame,
he's a cardio freak. That's all he does.
Yeah.
But
Osame shows up and she finds Shuji, which is revealed to be a mouse. And
super weird moment.
Yeah.
But as the mouse is running through, Chuji is running through, Queen is commenting to himself, oh, it's the girl from earlier, the one he's been trying to, get under his patronage for 12. That's what I call it, for 12 years. And I guess he wanted to see her earlier today, and the geishas were like, nah, she has a headache because you're a creep, and that's what women do to protect women from creeps. So they're like, nah, you ain't gonna see this girl. She has a headache. Get her, keep going. And he's like, she don't look like she got a headache now. She gonna have a headache. Fucking.
She's washing her hair. She can't go out tonight. But yeah, he's super thirst trap Queen over here. He's upset about this, and he reiterates, he's like, oh, I guess you need another punishment. So we find out that Queen was apparently the one who hit Osame. I mean, I guess it's not explicitly stated that he's the one that did it, but it's heavily implied, and Sanji arrives at this conclusion as well. But as Sanji,
no, he says was my divine punishment earlier, no, so he directly, like, him in his own head says it. Mm-hmm. So we as the audience do get that confirmation that Queen did.
I guess
beat up.
I guess it's like a 99% thing, but you could say like maybe this was a different encounter. Maybe I'm just nitpicking. I don't know. I don't. Yeah. But either way, I don't think Sanji was one who hit her. But anyway, Sanji. He's analyzing all the abilities he's gained, the ectoskeleton combined with his armament hockey and speed and strength boost, and he says, because of this, I can burn my flames even hotter. So I guess it implies...
So was he holding back?
Yeah.
Before? Like, he was like, I'm going to burn my leg off if I get too hot?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Uh-huh. But yeah, after he engages the Ifrit Jambay, I think it was Islamic demon is named Ifrit. He's like a speed demon, and he's made of flames or something like that. But yeah, Sanji attacks Queen. He does a whole bunch of combo attacks, super impressive, and the last attack, the Shia LaBeouf attack, kicks him into oblivion. So he knocks him away. And that is our recap. That was the highlights of the chapter.
Absolutely.
We can get into our discussion.
So good chapter. Seemed really short, but getting a lot of action here. I liked it. I was very shocked, to be honest, that we're wrapping up a commander fight this early. I thought this would be one of the last 3 fights, and we are close to the end, but I kind of assumed that we would have this big lead into Kaido and Luffy being the last combatant standing, of course, like always, and then going from there. But we'll have to see. I'm shocked though that Queen got taken out a little. At this point, I thought he was going to be around for just a couple more chapters.
So you think he's done?
I mean, I think so. That looks like a pretty dang finishing shot. Boof burst, right? Sending him 100 miles away. Looks like he hits him with the flames of hell. I think this is going to wrap up for Queen. I mean, I guess it would be cool if he stood up and kept fighting, but I thought that's what that meant. Mm-hmm. Maybe he'll be like, this isn't even my final form.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I'm kind of leaning more towards Queen isn't quite done yet. It doesn't feel exactly 100% definitive, but at the same time, I kind of felt that way about Jack and Perospero. But then we also got very deliberate, like, Jack defeated, Perospero defeated. We didn't get that this time, so I'm not 100% sure. Plus, I'm kind of thinking he's shown all the Germa powers except for Poison Pink. And, maybe he doesn't have that one. Maybe that's a possibility. I mean, she is a little bit different than her brothers. She doesn't have that, the emotions taken away. So maybe she's an exception to the rule. But I'm thinking maybe in the next chapter we see Queen can, he's been holding this little trump card back. So who knows? Maybe that'll be the next chapter. He poisons Sanji, and Sanji has to kind of do a I'm going to take you off as the last thing I do thing and then be incapacitated. But who knows? But yeah, a lot of people kind of said that they felt this chapter was brief. I didn't really pick up that sensation from this. Like, I know it was a very heavy fight chapter, but there was a lot to the fight. I mean, all the German techniques. The thing with the reveal about Osame and Sanji not hitting her, which I didn't think he hit her to begin with. I was leaning way more towards that, but at the same time, it felt like it wasn't the most clever resolution to this. It wasn't like
I feel like it's not the most clever setup for it. This thing felt very hemmed in,
contrived.
Yeah, very contrived. But it is what it is. Did it work? Meh, not really. Not for me. And to have Sanji lose his raid suit in this dumb way kind of, doesn't sit well with me at all. I don't like it at all. But maybe it's for a bigger purpose. Maybe it's like he's going to come back with a different version.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fan base is kind of split on this. Some people love the raid suit. Some people are not fans whatsoever. I was just kind of I liked the raid suit to a degree, but I just felt like the path that we're going to be taking was a more, because I know I've said this 1,000 times already, but it felt very deliberate that he would say that he wanted Frankie and Usopp to tinker with it and make some modifications to it. So
they did see a blueprint of it, right?
I don't think they pointed that out in the story. It's possible, but it's like I forget where I heard this. It was either South Park or The Simpsons or something. But they're like, if you mention a gun in a story, you have to show that gun. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like that throwaway line. Like, I don't think it was there for no reason. Of them playing around with the suit. But regardless, it seems like the route they're taking is getting rid of the suit is more for Sanji to develop his own, I guess, superior version of himself or whatever the case might be. And we do see on the flames, there's like little lightning effects on the flames. And people are also split about this. Like, does he have conquerors? Does he have, what is this lightning stuff? It's not black lightning, so that's kind of, for me, indicates it's not conquerors.
I thought this was maybe one of his brother's abilities, like similar to the wench. And if your theory is right about the, Queen's final trump card being the poison pink attack, maybe it could be that Sanji also has more of his siblings' techniques, and then he would have the counter for it, And maybe that'll come up later where he can do laser beams from his eyes, and he'll be able to do the Henry Winch special and all that good stuff. I don't know.
Speaking of laser beams from the eyes, I 100% did not understand that that's what Ichiji did. I thought like he like
turned him out of his body, right?
Yeah, I thought he turned himself like into plasma and like projected himself or something. You know what I mean? Like I thought that's what that was. Had no idea it was fucking eye laser beams. But I guess we get clarification for that.
Learn something new every day. But yeah, no, I mean, it was only like 13 or so like pages, right? When you think about it, of action. But seeing Queen's throw Sanji around did tickle me a little bit. That was kind of funny.
Yeah,
that would be brilliant. I can't wait to see that animated. And it's good to see a progress update on Momo, who's gonna, realize what he was doing wasn't gonna work, so he's gonna change tacks and just slowly pull back the island. It seems similar to like what Dofi was, or what people were doing to stop Dofi back in Dressrosa, where they were holding up against the bird cage.
Yeah, and bird cage 2.0 is what's happening right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, one last thing I want to say about the flames with the lightning. I heard this in Randy Troy's review. Somebody commented like, with the like Icelandic volcanoes and stuff. Like you've seen pictures probably of the volcanoes with the lightning bolts and stuff happening. Like it's like something like the ions in the air are getting so like heated up that it's creating electricity and stuff like that. So maybe that's what's happening with the lightning effects off of Sanji's kicks. I mean, it sounds logical, but we know Oda has
no logic in One Piece. Come on,
Oda has
magic fruits. Come on, guys. Like when you really examine it, it's not that scientific based.
Yeah, Oda has his own science rules that he makes up on the fly. So, we don't know what the hell the explanation is gonna be, but yeah.
But maybe he'll be able to throw laser kicks in the future. That's what I'm hoping Sanji has coming up.
Yeah.
Laser beam shot. Pow, 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 pow. And he'll be able to beat up Kizaru with his own lasers.
Yeah, speaking of Kizaru, that's actually the next point I was going to bring up. A lot of people are like, this is definitive. He's fighting. He's going to be fighting Kizaru. He's,
Because he has the speed,
Yeah.
Like he was running around faster than the eye could see. So it makes sense. Like I think it really does make sense for him to fight him.
Yeah, 100%. Plus, out of the three admirals, I mean, I guess Aokiji is not really an admiral anymore, but kind of like Sanji would take the third strongest, Zoro would take the second strongest, Luffy will take the first strongest. Or maybe if he has Yamato or Jinbei, they can deal with them or something of that nature. I don't know.
Maybe if Green Bull is from Wano, it'll be him versus, like you're saying, Yamato or something. Because I think Luffy is gonna get the Prime Admiral. He's gonna get what's his name, Akainu. He's gonna fight that dude. And Zoro will get the gravity guy, of course, because sword versus sword.
Interesting.
Or maybe Zoro will get Green Bull. If that's like the theory is, I think he's like could be his dad or something. So yeah, that would make a lot of sense too.
Don't think that's the case, but we'll find out at some point, I guess. But yeah, man, I guess that's pretty much it for discussion.
I mean, this was a very straightforward chapter. It was very fight-centric, not on multiple fights, and it was pretty conclusive. I think this fight is over. But I could see where it's like, oh, the first commander. Like, he'll usually give like an update, like as the narrator, right? Like, cut one commander down, like, two to go or something. Or the first, top commander has fallen. Like Kaido's forces are dwindling. So, like there'll be like a big, note chapter about that. So I don't know. So I can see this fight continuing especially if, like you're saying, he has that poison pink power on standby.
Yeah.
Because he is the guy that has the trap card within the trap card within the trap card. Queen's a crafty guy.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe he knocked him away. He's so far away that, like, the fight's going to be broken up and Queen will serve some other purpose or something of that nature. We don't know. But anyway.
I hope not.
Let us get into the chapter grade. I love this chapter. Sanji showed out. I'm going to give this an 8.9. Almost a 9. Pretty epic stuff. The only thing that I think might have put it higher is if they would have conclusively said, like, Queen defeated, Sanji KO, I mean, that would have put it over the top for me.
For me, this is just like a 8.3. Maybe just because of the brevity of the chapter for me, it felt like. It was a great chapter, solid entry, good stuff. Don't get me wrong, I loved every minute of it. But yeah, no, I don't know, I was expecting a little bit more. Out of this chapter. And like you said, this may not be the end of it. So, Is it a fall of a commander? Potentially, but who knows? We'll have to wait till next week to see, and maybe not even next week because we are on a break.
I will say this: if Sanji were to have taken out Queen, I'd feel very, very confident to say, like, okay, Kaido's going down, in this act, in this arc, etc., etc. I mean, I'm leaning towards that anyway. But it would definitely put more of a heavy stamp on it. I mean, because Jack's been taken out. Now, if Queen were to fall as well, it's like, I don't see Zoro not beating King after that, and Luffy not beating Kaido. It'd be kind of weird. But yeah.
I don't see them losing anyways.
Yeah, like I said, I lean more towards that, but I wouldn't say I have 100% certainty that it's gonna be wrapped up in this arc. But we'll see. So 8.9 from me and 8.3 from you.
Yes, sir.
And now we get to the MVP. The MVP is obviously Chuji. Chuji is a free-spirited animal, and he does what he wants. He wants to see Queen versus Sanji, so,
And when he ran dramatically into Osame's arms, I cried a little bit. It was a magical moment.
It's very heartfelt. Touched me.
But, now, obviously, our MVP this week can only be Sanji.
Yeah.
The master kicksman, chef extraordinaire, never touch a woman in his life to this day. And, just ass kicker supreme. Serving Queen the business, elevating his Diable Jambe to an even hotter level. Yes. And I wonder how that's going to be animated, if it's going to be like blue flames now, because blue is hotter.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Maybe. No, nothing else to say besides Sanji MVP, period. Now we can get into our predictions. Oh, I wish I could raise my left eyebrow. I can't do that one for some reason. But anyway, individually. Anyway, prediction.
Trying to do a rock over here, but predictions. Okay, so I think there's either I see two ways it's gonna go. Either Queen is defeated, and then we're gonna move on straight to the Zoro King fight, or this fight isn't over and we're gonna get a little bit more delayed action, or like a more serious development, like you're saying, where it's like, oh, I have the poison powers, and it's like now Queen's getting real serious, and he goes into his final form, his final transformation.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. It seems like Sanji has pulled out all the stops. So if the Queen and Sanji stuff is going to continue, it's like, is he going to elevate even further? Does he have an even crazier technique to use against Queen? Mm-hmm. Like meteor Jambe, where you just fucking... I mean, a meteor against a dinosaur would be pretty fitting. But, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think this is the end of Queen quite yet. I don't think Queen has much time left. But... I feel like he has some tricks, and I do feel like there's going to be a moment where it looks like Queen is done, and he's going to be able to move, like, autonomously, like individual parts, and when Queen's like laid out, something else like that maybe that broken hand or something is gonna activate and like shoot a laser from behind and hit Sanji from behind and clip him in the shoulder or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just something nuts.
Or maybe he'll show another scientist stuff that he stole from Mads. You know, because he could have even more tricks even that have nothing to do with either of these guys. Or maybe he has his own stuff. Does he ever done anything that's his own? Oh yeah, I guess he has the bionic weapons, right? Or biological weapons, right? Those are kind of his things. So maybe he has another one of those lying around.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess that's kind of his thing, right? Biological weaponry.
Yeah. So it would. So that poison pink theory would make a ton of sense actually. Now that I think about it, because it'd be like, oh, you know, my whole thing was I'm a scientist. I know how the poisons work. You think I didn't know how to work this either? Ha 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 ha. And then it'll be like Sanji's like, you know what? I actually say no. I'm not going to be poisoned. No, thank you. Because he's also a Germa, and he'll like absorb it or something and get even stronger.
Maybe his exoskeleton could prevent poison from seeping through or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a steel type. It's not effective.
Yeah. I'm going to predict that we cut back to Zoro versus King. I don't think Queen is done, but it seems like this is a point where we could safely move on to... Because I feel like we're going to be dancing back and forth between Zoro and Sanji. Now Zoro's going to step up and do something and push King to where it looks like he has the upper hand. So maybe there'll be like a simultaneous like defeat of Queen and King from Sanji and Zoro, you know?
That'd be fitting.
Yeah.
And do you think Zoro's gonna immediately like try and find Sanji and be like, I got to kill him. He said, you know, if he ever changed, I get to kick his ass. So
yeah, no, that there's gonna be a gag about that. Like Zoro's gonna be like, "Oh, I'll take you out. You seem different to me." And Zoro would be like, "I'm fine. Don't do anything." You know.
That would be hilarious if that's like the next running gag that they have with each other. I can see that happening. But yeah, I see King getting back in this action, and I'm really hoping we get a Luffy check-in now because it's been a while, and we got to have some sort of development in their fight. Like, are any of them damaged? Is Luffy putting in some work on Kaido at this point? Like, what's happening? What's happening? We also have the Yamato story. There's so many things going on right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards we're not gonna have a check-in with Luffy versus Kaido, given how long it's been since we've seen the two of them, and it's being saved for something extremely significant. So when everything else is wrapped up, there's gonna be something crazy between Kaido and Luffy. You know, and I think because like at this point it's been so long, it makes me kind of lean in that direction. You know.
We shall see.
Yeah, man. But I guess this has been our shortest video.
It speaks to the brevity of the chapter, man. That's the thing. It's like it was all wasn't like a lot to like process and digest. It was just action, straightforward, and it was short. You know, short and sweet. What it gave us this week.
Yeah. All right, guys. So on that note, you know, we will be saying goodbye. I want to remind you guys again, please hit that like and subscribe. Help us out. Show some support. We got the social media links, you know, all that jazz. Drop a comment. I really want to know what your favorite juice is. This is information that is pivotal to my life's journey, so please share.
We need to know what One Piece fans are drinking out there. Because if you're drinking like something crazy like... I don't know, what's the wildest thing? Like kiwi juice. We're going to have to stop you out there. I don't know.
Yeah, gin and
Someone
juice.
Tell me if kiwi juice is good, because I probably am sleeping on kiwi.
I mean, there's strawberry kiwi juice, you know, and that's a pretty popular thing, so, yeah.
Straight kiwi stuff? Wow. It's only enough that's a thing.
Maybe you will illuminate us and teach us about a new juice that we have not experienced, so, you know, expand our life view.
The fifth juice.
Forbidden juice. Alright, guys. I am Log Zero.
I'm your main man, Rev, guys.
And we are Journey Laugh Tale, and we'll see you next time. Peace.